Hi, and welcome to HD Cast. I'm Butch Hill, your host on this particular cast, and I'm sitting here with Steve Hansen. And Steve's with Minimizer, and but before we get to talk about Minimizer, Steve, I want to talk about GenNext.
Sure.
Because if you go back in time and basically when GenNext started, it was kind of one of your babies that you kind of created.
Yeah, so we started in 2014, believe it or not, and it kind of was one of those things where a bunch of us were kind of at the bar, of course, and chatting about how we can get younger people involved in the industry. I mean, you walk around the trade shows, and it was obvious, a lot more obvious then. I mean, I see a lot more younger people now than I used to.
Yeah.
But at the time, we were starving for it.
Well, it really kind of started making that push that we were all talking about. We needed younger blood in the industry. Yeah. But nobody was doing anything about it.
Nobody was doing anything about it. That's the hard thing.
And I'm glad you stepped up and did that and got the right people involved and all that good stuff. And then, of course, now GenNext is under the CVSN umbrella, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
And but you guys are doing, and we're at HDAW right now, 2020 in Dallas, and sitting in a booth, right in the show. You can probably hear all the noise.
Yeah.
But what's going on here? What's GenNext events you got going on?
So, yeah, GenNext has, we sponsor the Leaders of Tomorrow reception, which is an HDAW event. So GenNext is involved with that. And then, of course, they got the booth with CVSN. And then working on sales for Distributor Training Expo coming up in August in Atlanta.
Yeah, DTE.
DTE.
And that's like you said, in Atlanta.
Yeah.
And it's in August.
Yeah.
And this is fourth, fifth year.
This will be the fifth year.
Fifth year.
Yeah.
Well, that's got some legs on it.
Yeah, so that was a big part of GenNext. I mean, one of my coworkers often says ideas are easy, execution is difficult.
Agreed.
That's right. I mean, ideas are easy, but somebody's got to go out and do it. So when GenNext started, I was president for the first 2 years. And you're talking about the real basics, like designing the logo, getting a website up, going through all the legal on a 501c6 nonprofit organization.
Right.
All of those steps had to happen, and then we needed to start doing something that adds actual meat, right?
Yeah.
People don't join
Other than
something
just mingling.
just to have
what
fun.
else can we do? Yeah.
Exactly. So. We put some goals behind it, right? The motto to mentor, educate, recruit for the industry.
I've been to that event, and what I like about that event is the real hands-on to, you're actually diving in a little deeper than a sales pitch. It's the guy that's, that might be the engineer there that built the thing, and it's telling you exactly why they did it, or what, in that category. It's a little more hands-on. Like this is how you install it, not just how you buy it. This is how you install it, which is kind of cool. And every year I've seen, because I've been to every one of them, that gets a little better and better because it's just, like, people are catching on that this is to show you how the product works, not how to buy the product.
Yeah.
And that's pretty cool. So my hat's
a lot of
off
the
to you.
suppliers actually would tell you it's the best show they do. And I think one of the reasons is, we go to VIPAR and HDA and HDAW and all these shows, and you're seeing the owners a lot of times, maybe their main purchasing guys. You don't see the guys that physically are on the street selling your product, right? So I can talk to John Miner and Dave Willis and these guys all day, and it's great, but they aren't selling it, right? Their guys are selling it.
Yeah, they're at the high level.
To go in and talk to the guy that actually sells the product, the questions they ask are awesome. The product training they get is unbelievable, and you can physically see your sales go up when you leave the show, right? I mean, there's 200 distributor salespeople there, and you leave after a weekend, and you've trained literally 200 people. They all stop by your booth.
Well, let's switch gears a little bit. Let's talk about Minimizer at this show at HDAW 2020. What's new or what's exciting at what are you showing? Anything, new products?
Yeah, so we're actually showing a whole new booth. We unveiled a new booth at Mid-America Truck Show last March. Most people would remember that we've always had our show trailer. We've had that for, I think we had it for like 6 years.
Yeah.
So now we've got a new booth. It's awesome. We've got a lot of compliments on that. It's very interactive. There's touch screens in it that are made to look like an iPod or an iPad or an iPhone with icons that look like apps. And so you can go in and click on seats, and the seat video comes up, and all the facts and part numbers and stuff are there.
Applications and all that kind of stuff. Well,
Probably even bigger news, we just bought Premier Manufacturing.
Who's that?
We just purchased Premier Manufacturing.
Oh, okay, I didn't hear that.
Acquisition.
Yeah.
So they're a large company that does pintle hooks and coupling
Really?
supplies.
Well, that's good. Nice little fit.
Yeah, so they're here. They're a great fit. They've got a really high quality, awesome product. They stand behind it with warranties, and it'll be a really good fit for our line.
Well, cool. Well, I appreciate you being part of this HD cast.
Yeah, it's fun.
Well, there you have it, Steve Hansen from Minimizer. Thanks for being a part of this cast, and we'll see you again.